all can be creative together. And that's partly what we're trying to do at Art Night at Compline, is to create space for us all to be creative together.
So I'd like to come back to my drawing.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to think of how this, how me doing this is joining in the kingdom, and part of maybe, the big thing for me is, well, I guess I'm offering vulnerability. I'm doing something that I think I'm not great at, and I'm saying, all right, I'm going to do my best job to draw Mark's house here. Here it is. But I feel like that's an unfinished sentence.
So that's one thing, is I do think there's an invitation to create vulnerably, to do something that you're uncomfortable with. I do think that's a very real thing. And we have to examine we have to think about how do we feel? How do I feel when I draw? Well, I feel shame. Well, why do I feel shame? Because I'm hearing lies. Like, there's a very real response. Like, when I draw, I look at it and I think, that's not good. I shouldn't offer this. But that's not, the response is not to say I shouldn't offer this. But then the other thing that I think you're doing right now is you're responding to someone else in the community. You're responding to my daughter, saying, you should draw my house. And you drew my house. You drew Saoirse's house, and Saoirse is incredibly excited that you drew her house.
She actually, I have to say, she kept coming up and saying, I love this picture.
Yeah.
It is, and I was like afraid that it was interrupting your talk. But I was like, oh, I feel that's great. I feel really blessed by that.
Yeah. And that is what Jesus does. When we draw something, we create something, like I write a song, I play the song, and you know what? Like, I don't know what it's going to be like when we sing before God, but I do know that my songs are imperfect because I am an imperfect being. I am a broken person. And so I'm creating out of that brokenness, and I'm trying to offer that vulnerably and I don't know what it's going to be like when I'm before God, but I would imagine that there's a better version of all of my songs that I will get to, that one day it'd be fun to sit down with Jesus and say, hey, I wrote this song at this point. What could I do with this song that would make it, whatever. So we shouldn't stop creating because we're not good at something.
I think also when I'm drawing, I'm constantly thinking of that painting or the drawing Meg has with the swing, and it captures motion, and it's on the background in one of the songs. And I think, man, if I don't draw something good enough to go on the background of a Village song, then forget it.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's part of my false way of thinking about it.
Yeah, we're not looking for excellence. I mean, even on Sunday, even in the band on Sunday, we're not looking for excellence. We're looking for people to offer vulnerably. And I mean, that's the longing. That's what I want. I want people who are going to offer vulnerably and authentically, who are going to stand in and be creative, even when they feel like I don't have anything to offer.
Cool. Well, yeah. Thanks for discussing that with me.
Thanks, David. I'm gonna pray and we're gonna close. Thank you for watching Compline. Hopefully. Well, definitely next time we'll have some music, and we'll have another topic to talk through, and we'll see who else we can get here. So I'm going to close in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this time for us to spend together. Thank you for the ways that you have created us, for the ways that we get to engage with your world, with your creation. I pray that you would help us understand our creativity, help us understand the ways that we shut ourselves down or don't enter in because of shame. Help us understand the places where you're calling us to be creative, whether it's musically, artistically, or some other way. There are so many ways to be creative. And I pray that you would help us each to understand what you're calling us into. I pray that you bless Compline as we move forward. that you would help us to create that space where we can come together as a community, vulnerably and authentically, and create something together to honor you. In your name I pray. Amen.
Sorry, you're asking your driveway for the map. Oh, she asked me to draw.
So, I hooked up the audio on here. That is really good.
Yeah.
What are we going to do now?
So Eric said that when he listened to it on the phone,
Yeah, you look like a playing character. I also don't know how to draw either.
I drawing before work.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just about bedtime.
How can you take this print off?
It's really strange.
Oh,
Like, how can you print the same amount?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that might be also an option.
I know.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Like, I set up a package to my
Yeah.
I have to just. And then just do a.
Oh, it's like Jacob.
Yes?
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm checking out Jake's drawings.
Are you doing this?
Hey. Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Oh, this kind of.
Volume was good. Shot was good. Time was
Great.
good.
Cool. Thank you. Sorry I missed your face plant, Eric.
Good job, David. It was good to see you.
Yeah, thanks.
I made a picture.
Yay. Okay. Thanks, man. Oh, okay.